Hello everyone! This is the TOEFL Vocabulary for Beginners series. So if your level is intermediate, but you want to start preparing for the TOEFL, this is the video for you. Today, we will cover 8 essential verbs that will boost your writing, speaking, listening, and reading skills. Let's get started. You all know the verb to improve. But how can you say it in a more advanced way? There is a great synonym: to enhance. Repeat after me. Enhance. What can we enhance? You can enhance pretty much the same things you can improve. You can enhance your language skills. That's actually what you're doing right now. You're enhancing your language skills. You can enhance your knowledge. You can also enhance your appearance if you get a new hairstyle. You can even enhance the aesthetics of your room if you add some plants or new curtains, for example. So next time you're writing an essay or answering a speaking question and feel like using the word improve, try using the word enhance instead. The second verb is to change. It's another common verb which many of my students tend to overuse. Its more advanced version is the verb to alter. Let's repeat it together. Alter. You can alter your habits. For example, stop eating sugar or start reading more. You can alter your attitude towards life and see things more positively. You can alter your travel plans because of the rain. Instead of spending time in a park, you might go to a concert. You can even alter your clothes so they fit you better. On the TOEFL, you might see this word quite often in academic contexts. You might encounter sentences like, climate change may alter weather patterns. New laws can alter people's behavior. Technological advances have altered the way we communicate. Stress can alter a person's mood. Remember, it simply means to change. In your TOEFL writing, you can use the verb alter like this. If people alter their daily habits, they can reduce their impact on the environment. This means that if people change what they do every day, like using fewer plastic bags, for example, they can reduce their negative impact on the environment. In the TOEFL speaking section, you can say, I believe people should travel often because it can alter the way they see the world. Indeed, when you travel, it changes the way you see the world. The third and fourth words are to retrieve and to recover. They may seem difficult to remember, but don't worry. They simply mean the same as get back. Let me show you how they're used. In one of the TOEFL speaking sections, there is a lecture about squirrels. In the lecture, the professor talks about how squirrels feed in winter. He says that in fall, they collect nuts and then hide them in different holes in the ground. But when winter comes, and there is no more food available, squirrels retrieve those nuts. This means that they simply get them back. Another really good example from everyday life is your phone. It might happen that you forget your password. In that case, you need to recover it, which means to get it back. You can recover your password with your phone number or email address. So if you ever see the verbs recover or retrieve on the TOEFL, remember that they simply mean to get something back. If you need to pass the TOEFL, but your English level is still intermediate or below, and you want to improve it without wasting time on things you don't actually need for the exam, consider taking one-on-one lessons with me. I'll create personalized lessons designed just for you, where we'll focus only on the vocabulary and skills you truly need for the TOEFL. I'll explain even the hardest words in a way that makes them easy to remember, no matter what your level is. But we won't just memorize new words. We'll also work through the key topics you need to know to succeed in the reading and listening sections. We'll practice taking notes together, learn how to read difficult academic texts and actually understand them, improve your listening skills, and build your speaking confidence step by step. You'll never feel overwhelmed because everything will be explained clearly and be relevant to the exam. At the same time, your general English will improve naturally, even though we'll mostly focus on TOEFL preparation. And very soon, you'll be ready to take real TOEFL practice tests. And you'll see that the score you need is absolutely possible, even if right now it feels out of reach. The next 3 words are different ways of saying to be successful. When a company is doing well and making a lot of money, we say it's successful. But there are 3 other verbs to express the same idea. I suggest you learn them all, as I often see these words on the TOEFL test. You can say, the company is prospering. The company is thriving. The company is flourishing. The verbs are to prosper, to thrive, and to flourish. Repeat after me. To prosper, to thrive, and to flourish. They all mean to be successful. Not only companies can prosper, thrive, or flourish. Countries and people can too. Hardworking people often prosper in life, while lazy people don't. Children flourish in loving families, but feel unhappy in those where they don't get enough attention. Young professionals thrive in workplaces where they are supported and not constantly criticized. Relationships can also prosper, flourish, or thrive when both people are ready to improve or enhance them. Think of flowers growing well in a sunny environment. Just like flowers grow and become more beautiful, so can people, companies, countries, or economies. And the verbs describing that process are to prosper, to flourish, and to thrive. Finally, there is the verb to prevent. When you see this in a TOEFL passage, you might wonder what it means, but it simply means the opposite of the verb to allow. When you allow something, you let it happen. And when you prevent something, you stop it from happening. The most common example is vaccines. They prevent many serious diseases. They stop them from developing. Think about why we have all those safety measures in cars and on planes. Why are we always told to fasten our seatbelts? That's done to prevent injuries, to stop injuries from happening. No one wants you to get hurt in a car or on a plane. Or why are we always told to use less plastic? That's done to prevent pollution, to stop pollution from happening. The verb to prevent is often used with the preposition from. We prevent someone from doing something. You can prevent your children from eating too much junk food. It means you don't allow them to eat unhealthy food. Or the teacher can prevent students from cheating. He or she will watch them carefully to stop them if they try to cheat. Well, that's it for today. We've learned 8 essential verbs for the TOEFL. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next videos, where we'll talk about TOEFL essential adjectives and nouns. See you in the next episode. Bye!